You know what I think? I think it is now, just as it was then. Think back to the old stories of the great Sumerian barbarian Conan. If we look at the first movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian, he's on his journey, to rid the world of this evil, right? This evil is a recent thing, but it is a reoccurring thing that they all know of. They all have memory of this reoccurring evil blighting the land. Conan makes friends and allies with a Mongol by the name of Subotai. And on their journey together, on their common goal, they're sitting by the campfire. And Subotai asks Conan, "What god do you pray to?" And says, "I pray to the four winds." And Conan says, "I pray to Crom, but I seldom pray to him. He doesn't listen." And Subotai says, "Ha ha ha, then what good is he?" Conan explains to Subotai, "Crom is strong on his mountain. When I die, I have to go before him, and I have to tell him the Enigma of Steel. If I do not know it, he will cast me out of Valhalla." And Subotai says, "Your god is less than mine. My god is the everlasting sky. Your god, Crom on his mountain, lives beneath him." Conan didn't get mad. Not at all. Instead, he looks up at the sky and considers it. No, that is not him converting. That is Conan hearing his friend's perspective, respecting his faith in the four winds, the everlasting sky. Conan still wishes to die in battle, go before Crom with the Enigma of Steel, and to be accepted into Valhalla. And even after they have their little religious disagreement, there is one truth. The truth is that evil is striking the land in the form of civilization. And they're running across the land together after this scene, right? And they come across a walled in city. And when they see it, they say to each other, "Look, civilization. It's ancient and evil." They go inside the walls, and Conan comments, "Do you smell that? It smells terrible. How does the wind ever get in here?" There's a lesson here. There's a good lesson here. There is an evil striking our land in the form of civilization. With civilization comes multiculturalism. And with multiculturalism comes your roots being ripped from the ground, your ancestry being lost in translation. I don't mean the ancestry that you're told. I mean the true ancestry of all people. That little scene at the campfire with Conan and Subotai sharing their religious beliefs together before crossing the land in search of this ancient great evil that reoccurs and comes back always. We look at the times now. Right? So What do you imagine would happen if civilization, as we know it, were to collapse? People would form tribes again, right? They would go to people that look like them, that believe like them. And with any luck, after a period of absolute chaos, they would come to terms with, oh, these other people in the world that are different than me are necessary. We all have to carry our lines. We all have to carry our faiths. Because we are not enemies. We are no different. Crom strong on his mountain. The everlasting sky stretching over everything. You know. Jesus in heaven. Thor in Valhalla. It is now time to look around, to eye around, to spy around and see. We're there again. We're coming on it very quickly. An ancient great evil is upon us. There is only one solution. We must get with our tribes again and be strong. Genetics, genetic memory. There's a reason a lot of us feel drawn to a time that is not our own, to a way that is not of this period here. Some people feel drawn to a medieval time. Some people feel drawn to a Viking age. Some people feel drawn to a sandy desert following a prophet. You want to know why? You've been there before. You've been there before. It's a genetic memory. It is important to go to these places, to stand in those places, to smell those smells, to think those thoughts. That is how you remember. That is how you rebuild yourself and make yourself whole again. The old wisdom of our ancestors who survived those times that are coming again. Every great civilization has fallen when it reached critical mass, a certain level of advancement. A critical mass of wisdom for each of the tribes had come. Civilization is not sustainable. Tribalism is. And that is why this great evil comes every time and rebuilds civilization. Because it knows that in these great technologically advanced civilizations, the people are weakened, ripped up from their roots, confused, weak in body, weak in spirit. Only strong in zeal and ego. I say again, civilization is not sustainable. Tribalism is. Esau. Ha 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 ha!